54% of new HIV infections are among key populations: men who have sex with men, sex workers, transgender persons, people who use drugs, and prisoners. UNDP is working with governments and civil society to change laws and policies to protect these populations.
We help the AIDS response to be sustainable through devising means of government funding, but also private sector, bringing private sector on board and making sure that HIV is included in the national planning as well as in the private sector plans.
UNDP has a way of convening different kinds of actors. UNDP can bring governments to the table, but can also bring civil society, can also bring other partners to the table in a way that no other institution can.
UNDP is working in 129 countries on HIV and health and supporting communities in their important role in addressing health challenges at country level. Whether that is on supporting Goal 3 on healthy lives and well-being, Goal 5 on gender equality, or Goal 16 on justice, peace and strong institutions, communities play an important role.
UNDP gives access to health services to the most marginalized populations. The difference between rich and poor is widening. As long as we don't address inequality, we will not achieve the SDGs.
UNDP at the moment has created 7 gender desks across 7 states. And also we are working with Human Rights Commission. And going further, we are going to be working with them to be able to get a fiat to enable them prosecute on gender and human rights related abuses.
Recently, we had a consultation in the Caribbean, bringing together CSOs, government, as well as the UN independent expert on SOGI issues, as well as the LGBTI Special Rapporteur from the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights.
I think if there's one thing that the HIV response has taught us more than anything is how important communities are, not only in benefiting from the services that they need and deserve, but also in advising and guiding the most effective responses from their governments, from their clinicians, from their donors, from their partners in the UN agencies and in other civil society organisations. But communities at the centre is really essential in every aspect of the response to HIV.
We just discovered a recent HIV outbreak in rural areas of Pakistan. And since a few years we have now a transgender program to include them into society, bringing them into the media and explaining the Pakistan society the role of transgenders they have.
In our Being LGBTI in the Caribbean project, we are empowering and improving the public policies to end inequality and discrimination to this population. And we are also working to have more knowledge and data about the situation of inclusion and human rights of the LGBTI people.
UNDP should continue listening to communities, be able to keep communities in the center of the response to be able to successfully end AIDS. Right now is the time for action because we are at a crucial point in which we have the opportunity to end the epidemics. We either act now or lose the fight completely.
The time is now.
Jetzt ist Zeit zu handeln.
O tempo é agora.
The time is now.
Time is now, el tiempo es ahora.
You don't reach, make una get set, make we dey go.
El tiempo es ahora.
De tijd is nu.
El tiempo es ahora.
The time is now. Let's include HIV and health programming on the national agenda.
Time is now.